I'm Matt Morris. This is Justin Timberlake.
We'd love to do a cover of Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah,
Yeah,
with no instruments.
Right.
Hey, what up? It is Eric O'Brien, along with my boy
Mike Allen. How's it going?
from Way of the Warrior, and it is time for picks. Strikeforce is coming up on Saturday. Big, huge card for them as Herschel Walker makes his debut in the world of MMA, and a lot of people are going to be watching this thing.
I know I will be, and he's the football player, gone cage fighter, and I don't know, who do you like in that one?
I have to take him. I mean, all of the interviews you've seen with Herschel Walker, it just seems like he's in it for the right reasons. Like last night, you really wanted to see. I love the Saints. I think it's great that the Saints won, but you kind of wanted to see Brett Favre win because it would be such a great story.
Right.
And I think Herschel walking into that cage on Saturday night, if he walks out in a first round, something crazy, first round knockout, first round submission, I think that's good for the sport. I mean, there aren't, as we've talked about on the show, there aren't a whole lot of 40-plus guys that should be doing this.
Yeah.
And Herschel won't do a lot of these, but I'd like to see him win, I think.
And he is in excellent shape, and I'm with you. I really want to see him win. There's no telling what's going to happen after this. You don't know who's really going to fight next.
No.
And I think that they've done a good job to not treat this like an oddity. I think it's a for real fight, and I think people will look at it that way when they watch.
Yeah, this is far from a freak show. It's it's like I think Herschel said it over the weekend. He called it freakish, but it's not. Pride has done some freak shows of 130-pound guys fighting 7'2" guys.
Right.
That's not what this is.
Not at all.
Will it be a good fight? I don't know, but I'm going to pick Herschel.
That's my pick too.
Bobby Lashley going to be taking on Wes Sims, who I joked earlier today had a record of 35 and 457, which should lead you to believe that I have no problem picking Bobby Lashley, and I don't think it's going to make it out of the first minute, let alone the first round.
Right. The biggest surprise I think with this whole thing isn't going to be that Lashley win or lose, because I think he's going to win.
Right.
But it was who was he going to fight? No one knew for sure until. It was Friday of last week.
Yes.
It was announced that Sims was going to fight him.
Which, if I can pause you for a second, makes for a really great camp for Wes Sims. You have 4 days to prepare for Brock Lesnar 2. Good luck.
Exactly. yeah. Try not to get murdered while you're in there. So definitely Lashley on that one.
And Lawler are going to be taking on Melvin Manouf. And if you're unfamiliar with Melvin, he has been doing a lot of fighting over in Japan. Looks a lot like vintage Rampage. He comes out wearing a crazy spiked dog collar and just absolutely annihilates people. And as much as I like Robbie Lawler, he's had a lot of problems with that knee. He's had it reconstructed and things like that. And I think Melvin's going to be too much for him to handle.
I'm going to go with Lawler on this one. He's a Matthews guy. I
like Lawler.
He's a strong fighter, and I think he's going to pull through. I think he's tough as nails, and I know he's had the knee problems. But, if you listen to him, and of course he's going to say he's doing better.
Right.
But, I mean, he's about 100% now, and I really think that he can dominate in this fight.
The only reason I disagree with you is because you see guys like Jens Pulver. And Jens and Robbie, they're not exactly the same type of fighter, but they've been fighting for just as long. And that stuff just wears and tears on you. And Melvin's got a huge upside, and I just think he's going to be go for anyone to handle.
A lot of people are picking this to be the fight of the night, too. So
for sure. I mean, if there's one thing that Robbie does is he throws bombs. He's not going to go in there and run away from Melvin at all. He's coming to...
It will be entertaining.
Yes, he's coming straight at him. And then the ladies will be fighting. Cyborg will make her return to the ring. She will be fighting Marlos Cohen, who I don't really know very much about, but it would be my opinion that it doesn't matter. I don't know that there's any woman on the planet that can beat Cyborg.
And she lost her first fight. Has won the last 8 in a row. She's dominated some of the best women fighters in the world, but they're not a lot of well-known women fighters. I do know Cohen is a great on the ground fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, she's I think about all of her fights have been won by submission. I really think that she's going to put up a great challenge to her. I think if she can get her on the ground, she's my surprise pick. I'd say that this is my upset. I'm going to go against the grain, and I really think that if she can get her on the ground, it'll go the distance, but I think she's going to win.
Well, I don't agree with you. I can see your point, because when Chris got taken to the ground by Gina Carano, Gina didn't have the jiu-jitsu background, but certainly gave her some problems when she took it to the ground, which surprised me given the fact that she trains at Shoot Box, which is some of the best Muay Thai guys, but there are no Brazilian jiu-jitsu slouches that train at Shoot Box. So
no,
it's weird to me that her ground game isn't that great.
And so it will be a good matchup, because Cyborg's definitely going to want to stand there and throw punches, and I don't think she's going to be allowed to, so we'll see.
And then rounding out the night, the main event is going to be Nick and Marius, and I don't know about you, but if there's one thing I've learned about the Diaz brothers, they rarely go 0-2. And so I'm going to have to take Nick because Nate just lost to Maynard, and so I think Nick's going to be looking for revenge.
And he's very...
They're like those two guys from G.I. Joe, that Tomax and Zaymont, like when one feels the pain, the other one, no?
That's maybe Joe would understand that better than I would, but...
That was a pop culture reference for anyone who was alive in 1981.
Yeah,
okay.
I was one, so I guess I should have known that. But
I'll buy you the DVD.
Okay, thank you.